What I want to know is how in the world Sarah Grace Patrick is able to send text messages from behind bars while she is awaiting on her bond hearing and her trial. In just a second, I'll share those text messages that she's sending with you. Now, I know inmates sometimes get to text and have phones, but I don't feel like she should be able to because this is a very active case and it could seriously interfere with trial and the investigation. So the Georgia teen who is accused of killing her mom and her stepfather is reportedly sending texts to people from behind bars. Sarah Grace is reportedly thanking her supporters in these newly released text messages. This comes as her family is also asking people to serve as character witnesses for her at her upcoming trial. As I said, Sarah is accused of murdering her mom, Kristen Brock, and her stepfather, James Brock. This was back in February of this year in Carroll County, Georgia. She is currently preparing for her trial now. So a family friend by the name of Carrie Jensen reportedly shared screenshots of text messages that Sarah sent to her from jail, and Daily Mail posted these text messages that have just been revealed. As you can see here in the gray messages, I believe the very first of that says, "I'm beyond grateful for the support and prayers and for y'all giving me a voice. It means more than anyone could imagine." And then she says, "Thank you, and I love you." And then Carrie kind of does a prayer with her. Then in another text, she said, "Yes, ma'am, it was all good news yesterday. I love y'all, and I'm so beyond proud of you and miss you guys." So she is essentially expressing thanks to those who have stood by her throughout all of this and to those who think she is not guilty of this evil act. Now, as you know, Sarah Grace's dad, Danielle Patrick, has been backing his daughter this whole entire time since she was charged with murder last month in July. He has reportedly recently been asking family and friends to serve as character witnesses for Sarah in her upcoming trial. He reportedly posted a Facebook post that said they needed people who knew Sarah to write character witness statements and notes about her. He said if people would like to do this, to please, he's begging, write a letter as soon as you can and to let him know and he will send it over. Danielle, her dad, also said on Facebook on August 11th that Sarah Grace went through a painful situation that day. And that was when prison staff took her into court in chains, even though she didn't have a court hearing on that particular day. He wrote that he had spoken to Sarah today. Today was a hard day for her. She woke up to them taking her out of her room and taking her to court that she didn't even have. He said that she told them she didn't have court today and they still took her and they shackled her up by her ankles and wrists. He further said that the jail staff took her to a courtroom and made her sit in a tiny jail cell all day long in her handcuffs. So now her wrist and ankles are hurting badly. But she made it through it. She just didn't understand what was going on. He further said he thinks there needs to be a better process for things like this and that it doesn't make sense. He also said she got to receive her canteen that day, that she got a lot of goodies that she likes, and that she's eating well, or at least the best she can. He further said that Sarah Grace is so happy to have all of you supporting her, and he thanked everyone. So those are a few updates for the Sarah Grace Patrick case. According to reports, she is scheduled to appear at the Carroll County Superior Court this week for a bond hearing. She now faces 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of assault, aggravated assault. Be sure to give me a follow and subscribe over on YouTube because I will give updates into her bond hearing as soon as those become available.